Hey everybody, good to see you guys. Our reading for today is going to be out of Nehemiah 7 through 10, and the verse I want to focus on is going to be in chapter 8, verse 6, and that's the only verse for today. But let me just read this to you guys. It says, Ezra praised the Lord, the great God, and all the people, they lifted their hands and responded, Amen, Amen. Then they bowed down and worshiped the Lord with their faces to the ground. You see, the thing I want to specifically talk about is where it says they bowed down and worshiped. Now, why did they bow? Okay, you see, the significance of them kneeling here actually becomes more clear when we understand the overall context. The chapters that preceded this, God called Nehemiah and the Jews who returned to rebuild the wall. This was an impossible feat. It was done in record time. However, after the wall is built, Nehemiah, he calls for an assembly, and Ezra, the teacher, he reads the Bible to them for extended periods of time, and it was right after that that they started lifting their hands and bowing. When Ezra opened the word, they responded with honor. And that demonstration of honor was not just with their minds, it wasn't just with their mouths, but it was their bodies bowed down low. Okay, if you think about it, even though it's not normal in our own culture, this is pretty normal, not only in ancient history, but even in other parts of the world. And why is this? Because bowing always shows honor. I don't know if you know this, but I have Chinese in me, okay? But for Chinese New Year, we would bow 3 times. We would do this and bow 3 times to our grandparents before receiving money. So why did we do this? For me personally as a kid is because every time I did it, I would get money, okay? But ultimately, it was to show honor, because that is what bowing does. It is an act of honor, and this is done mostly to kings. But why is that? It is because it is a way to acknowledge the sovereignty and supremacy of the other. If you've been with us on Wednesday nights, you would know this, but we did a 24-week series on worship. You're like, 24 weeks? Yes, 24 weeks. But why did we spend so much time doing this? It's because we believe that the end means of everything that we do is for Him to receive greater honor and worship. We also know that there's great resistance today for Him to receive such worship. So many people say this. They'll say, I'll shout, but I'm not going to dance. I'll sing, but I'm not going to clap. I'll lift up my hands, but I'm not going to bend my knees. I'll celebrate, but I'm not going to tremble. Church, think about this. There should be freedom in God's presence. There should be joy that dances. There should be gladness over victory that shouts. There should be, love that sings. There should be enthusiasm that claps. There should be honor and humility that kneels. And the reason why there is resistance is because there is an embarrassment with our own honor and looking foolish. However, when we bow, we are slaying any self-honor that is in us that could be in us, and honoring the one who deserves it. You see, biblical worship is intentionally designed to make much of Him, and that always inherently makes little of us. And so here's my question for today. How often do you kneel to the one true King? Okay, if it's rarely, what is the resistance behind it? However, no matter what, here's my encouragement after those questions here's my encouragement to begin kneeling before Him privately and publicly. And I know what you're thinking, but Brian, it's just a physical demonstration. But let me tell you, it's not just a physical demonstration. What is in your heart, it always gets manifested into something physical. And on the flip side, what you do physically, you know this, right? What you do physically will many times also change your heart. And so let me just remind you, this is also what God's standard is in worship. And on top of that, let me just close with this, okay? A few years ago, while we were worshiping, God gave this picture of Him coming into the sanctuary, walking on our backs, okay? He then gave this phrase, may our backs be the red carpet that He walks in on, okay? May our backs, think about that, may our backs be the red carpet that He walks in on. You see, if you want more of God, come low. If you want more of the Spirit, know the water always runs to the lowest place. And so today, I just want to encourage you, start off your day kneeling and begin making it a habit, honoring Him with our bodies, both privately and publicly, making less of ourselves so that we can make much of Him. Hope you guys have a good day.